Hello, hello. There we go. Hi there. Welcome to stream. We are continuing doing the thing from last Tuesday. Today's Thursday. Yeah, last Tuesday. I did a couple of things yesterday, and there's still some things that I want to do today, but I have this house here. And instead of taking all the individual assets and just kind of placing them in here, this is a blueprint. And you know, it still has collision, you can still enter it, and you can do all that. It's all good. Yeah. It's a blueprint, and this is what it looks like. It's a lot, and I might want to redo it, because there's a few things that I might want to do better. So maybe we'll do that, and as I redo it, I can kind of walk through how I did it. So I'm not sure if this will be entirely worth it or not, but I guess, just to, kind of explain what I did, I have a thing, so it's on the construction script, so it activates as soon as it's placed into the level. It sets all the meshes that are, each one of these is, each individual house asset, so a wall, a window, a door, and then all of those, but like with the foundation. So like this is the foundation down here on the ground level. Then it comes here and enters a for loop depending on this value here, which is the length. So I can easily adjust length, I can adjust depth, I can adjust height as well. The height just meaning like how many stories it has. So yeah, it does a for loop, and like for each length instance, it adds a mesh that, well, it adds a wall. Now it either adds a wall, a window, or a door, depending on each of these like positions here. So I can choose where I want this window to be. I can choose where I want this window to be. Yeah, it's there it is. Yep, there's that. Then there's the door. I can slide that around. It's all good. The door takes priority over the windows. So I can, this music is intense. I hope you can still all hear me. Let me just make sure. Yeah, it's fine. You should be fine. I don't want to turn the music down too much, because when I've done that before, I've noticed it gets too quiet. So yeah, I can do all that. And then I have a thing here where it like puts windows on each side of the house, and yeah, it's all good. What I want to do right now is I want to make it so these windows spawn based off of like an offset to the height. So it's kind of hard to tell from here, but basically these windows slide around at a constant offset from each other. So it's not like you can still like slide them around, but like they're always going to be like that. So I almost wonder if I want to actually fully randomize them, because if I make this house like way bigger, not that I'm going to have houses here that are going to be like this big or whatever, but there's always only going to be like 2 windows here, because only 2 windows spawn. And that's why I'm wondering if I want to have more like randomization there, but that's something that I think I'll probably worry about later. What I do want to do today is I want to put a roof on this bad boy, and I just want to like build more. I just want to have like a street, like a row of houses. Oh, and this might be something I'll do off stream, but like I also want to for every house that spawned, I want to randomize the color of the wall. Excuse me. I want to randomize the color of the wall for each house, but I'll probably do that. yeah, I guess without further ado, I have the Blender file open. I'm just gonna pull up the wall here. And I'm not entirely sure how I want to go about doing this. Maybe I'll make like... Because here's what I'll do. Let me... I got a new add-on for Blender. So I have to get used to the reorganization of these here, but that's no big deal. Let me add in a plane, and then yep, that's all good. Just want to bring it over here, up, out there we go. And I think I just want to let me make it this big. Because see, here's what I'm trying to do. I want to make it so that the roof is a set height, but can be scaled on the length or the width. So, because what I want to do is I want to take this like siding here. I'm going to just select it. I'm going to duplicate it. Separate it. So this siding is going to come up here like that, and then I'm going to want to take this, just kind of push it through, and then I want to put a boolean on this. So let's see if this will just works first try. Okay. It works, but it's the opposite of what I want it to. So that's cool. I'm not entirely sure how to invert it. If I do intersect, that just gets rid of it. Yeah, that's definitely. Well, I'll worry about that later. Now I'll just do that. And yeah, that's 2 meters over there, that's 2 meters here, that's good. There we go. That's a plane. That's a plane. Actually, we literally don't even need this. Because you're not going to be able to see the bottom, and then each side is going to just have the sidings. So honestly, literally, this is good. So house roof, 2 meters. Slap that bad boy in there. And then I'm just gonna give it a material. Roof. You're just gonna be like really dark. There we go. That works. So now, literally, I'm just going to, and it doesn't even need collision or anything because it's not like the player's gonna come up here or anything. House roof. go. Let's just bring that bad boy in there. Yep, looks good. There we go. So now the tricky part is I want to spawn this roof. So first things first, I'm just gonna make a new variable. This is just gonna be like the toggle. Or is there going to be a roof on this house? That bad boy in there. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, we don't need a for loop, because we're just adding one instance. I'm gonna just duplicate. Oh, I have a roof here. Oh, I was doing some testing earlier, and I tried to see if I could just do it with a but yeah, that's fine. The roof mesh, and alright, yeah, I literally already have it in here. So house roof. There we go. And then I assume I already did that up there, so that's good. Add instance. This is... we grab the roof. That's the instance. And it's going to be... yeah, now here's the tricky part. Take another sippy. We need to figure out where it's gonna spawn. So... let me just take the height that I have here. Let me just plug that in and just see where it puts it. Or, well, here. I need get local bounds. It's the height of the wall. I need to grab you. Put you in there. We'll grab the max Z. We multiply it by the height. And then plug that in. Where does that put the roof? It might not work first try, but we're just gonna see. Where is it even? Alright, camera, calm down. Where's it even putting it? I don't see it. Oh, this is default to off. That I'm just dumb there. There it is. So I think we need it to go. It's the height minus 1. Let's try that. I'm still wondering why it's higher up. This doesn't need to be rotated then. Okay. Alright, that aligned it better, but it's still... Well, give me 1 second. Sorry about that, I had a cough. Yeah, I'm wondering why is it higher up? Do you try like... This is a very kind of dumb way of doing it, but... I changed you to a float. I thought. Okay, thank you. Is it the height -2? Oh, that puts it down there. I'm just trying to figure out... So weird. Okay, oh, is it because... Oh, hold on. Let me try this. I might just be dumb. Which I always am. And it's probably what you should expect of me on stream at this point. Instead of it being high up like that, let me export this model on the ground like that, and then re-import it. So we don't even need the height minus anything. We just need that multiply by just the height. And that's why it was so high up. Is because the model was actually offset. So, yep, alright, let me re-import, you, re-import new file, house roof. There we go! That's better, and I might have to, adjust some things. Actually, let me do that right now. So I just need to bring you out. I'm gonna bring you out. Whoa, this music. What song is this? That makes sense. It's Castlevania. Yeah, I'll keep it going. God, I want to play a Castlevania game at some point. I've never played, but it looks like a lot of fun. And it has a killer soundtrack. My goodness. So I just want to bring those out a bit, and then let me bring out you, and let me bring out you. And we'll try that. There we go. Yeah, it's better. So I just have to remember when I do the siding that it's still in the same position and that I don't offset it with the roof. So, alright. We got the roof in here. Now what I want to do, and this is going to be tricky, is I want to adjust its size depending on the length and depth values. So basically, I wonder, okay, so we open up the blueprint again. The scale, I want to split. And this is pure improv we're doing here. We're not, all this was based off of a tutorial. This, we're just going full improv here. So I want it to multiply by the length and the depth. So let's get these out here. Actually, this won't just work, will it? This isn't just gonna work. I want to see what happens. Oh my god, it kind of worked. Well, sort of. Well, Okay. Huh. I think I need to... But, like, okay, never mind. That just works. Kind of. Alright, let me bring these back in. I thought it'd look better if they, like, poked out a little bit, but... It's messing up the scale. And I'll probably do something to make this look better. Oh my goodness, it just works. Yeah, and there was that, because it's directly connecting to the inside wall. I almost wonder if I can't just, like... trying to figure out how I would be able to connect the roof to the outside. Because right now it's connecting to the inside. Would I have to re-import all of these other meshes, like, offset a little bit? Because... okay, so let me take, like, the length and add, make this a float and add, like, 0.1 and bring you there. What does that do? Whoa, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Wait, but seriously, where'd it go? Huh? Paul? Where'd the roof go? Excuse? Excuse me? How's the realtor license going? Good news and bad news, boss. I lost the roof, but now it's an open plan. So you have a beautiful view of the sun up there. It's honestly, if people complain, then they're just, you know, they're just big complainers what they are. Okay, oh, that's why. Oh, it set this value to 0. Oh, never mind. That's why. Alright, float 0.1. Bam. Alright, now we can see. What does that do? That okay. It is overshooting it a little bit. See, I'm trying to, oh, well, actually, here's what I can do then. Is... I take you, and I subtract, we'll say like 0.05? No. 0.1? Or we just subtract 1? Where does that put it? Subtract 10. Let's try that. Okay, so this is connecting to the outside wall. And so is this side! Yay! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go, gamers! Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Sorry, I don't want to have you listen to me being disgusting on stream. Who would want that? This is actually going a lot better than I thought it would. We need to be afloat. We need to be 0.1. We need to be there. And then you need to be set to -10 as well. Okay. Right. This needs to be set to +10. Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, we actually freaking did a thing. What the heck? Pat making a thing that actually looks good? What? Absolute balderdash. Alright, so theoretically, I should now just be able to make this as big as I want. And, the roof scales with it. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Looks great, bud. Thanks, Wiljo. I know you mean it from the bottom of your heart, and that you would never lie to me. Alright, let's go. And theoretically, if I adjust the height... oh, hold on. Major, we might have a bit of an issue. I knew it was too good to be true. Shout out to the Magic Roof. Homies, shout out to Magic Roof. Okay, so if I adjust the height any value higher than 1, it looks good. But if the height is 1, then it just kind of sinks into the ground like that. And I think, oh, you know why? It's because it's getting the bounds of the wall and not the wall including the foundation. So we need to make sure that is a thing, because the wall with the foundation is higher than the regular wall. So we need to do that. Let me grab the wall foundation, and then let me grab a selector. Select. Okay, then just don't do one. Just never have any houses ever that have 1 story. No flats allowed. Only 2-story housing available. See, that's why the rents. That's why we can charge them more rent. Oh, Wiljo, you're a genius. Alright, so if we change that to a Boolean, let's grab the height. And if the height is greater than 1, then we do the wall. Not we do the wall foundation. We put that in there. And there we go. Yeah, that's better. That's better. And then if we adjust the height, yeah. Yeah, woo! Yeah, woo! Yeah, woo! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Just solve the housing crisis, you're welcome. I thought I was playing with it so hard that the program was gonna crash, but no, we're good, we're good, we're good. Alright, we did it! We did it, boys, we did it. Alright, I want to make it so that, and I might have to do this manually, but I want to make it so that the siding gets added to the front and the back of this as well. And I want to, what else was I going to say? But yeah, I want to see if I can make it so that you could rotate the roof as well, maybe. But, yeah, for now, let me just come into Blender here. And let's grab our wall. Just our regular wall. Where is it? There we go. Let's grab the siding. So now that we, made it so that the roof is flush with the outside wall, now we just need to make it so that the siding is also flush with the roof. So we don't need this offset here anymore. So I'm just going to duplicate the wall. Get rid of you. Get rid of the inside wall because we don't need it. Get rid of that. Yep. Take our siding. I tried doing a Boolean modifier before, but that didn't really seem to work. Are the roofs slanted? Yes. And that's partly why I am so proud of how it turned out. Because it'd be easy if the roof was just a plane, right? Like just like a flat plane. But since normal houses have obviously slanted roofs, I wanted to try and make it as like accurate to that as possible. And I'm just proud of the way I was able to get it to scale right. I don't want you to be able to adjust the like height scaling because that's going to mess with the size of the siding. So I'm sure there's a better way to do that specifically, but for now I'm just gonna do it. Hold on a second. I'll take a peek. There you go. There's what it looks like. I'm very proud of how the roof is able to like scale with the outside wall. Like that. And you can change the length, and it scales with it. Change the depth. Scales along that axis as well. And then, of course, change the height. I think in order to, because, like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, like, yeah, that roof be roofing. It sure do. It sure do. In order to, make it, because I'm gonna like duplicate this and then, you know, make a street kind of like that, and then I'll just adjust like the, you know, length and whatever. In order to make it not look like they're just the same size every time, I'll just kind of like, and this is why I made the foundation so deep. I could just like take the entire house and just kind of, where's my transform tool? There we go. Just kind of take it and just like lift it up, and then like put you down just like a little bit. So that way it doesn't look like they're all just the same size. So I'd probably do something like that. But yeah. Let's work on the siding here. I think how I'm gonna do this is, well, here. I'll add a thing down the middle. We'll delete the one side. Then we'll add a mirror. We gotta make the mirror, I gotta add an empty. Empty plane axes. We'll bring that empty over, just, oops. Bring you over here. And then we'll make the mirror object based off that. There we go. Now it's lined up correctly. Now what I want to do... So it stops here. I just want to delete all that. And then there's the top of the roof thing. So what I'm just thinking of doing is... And I don't think we even need... Or, well... Most of the houses where I'm at are flat, like with flat roofs, not slanted. Isn't the triangle supposed to be larger? I think you're right, and I think it's mostly to do with the fact that, I mean, it's just all I literally did to model the roof was just make two planes and just kind of have them meet at a point. If I go into further detail with modeling this roof, I'd add things like a gutter and you know, shingles and stuff like that. But yeah, it is slightly larger. Yeah, it's true, it's fiction. But like, I mean, I do want to try and make it as accurate as possible. But yeah, if I get into more in depth with modeling this roof, it will be like slightly larger, and it'll have, like I said, a gutter and stuff like that as well. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. I'll start from the bottom here. 0 out of 10, no gutters, absolute trash. Throw it in the garbage. This house cannot save you from water damage. 0 out of 10. I'm gonna turn the music down on mine, because it is a bit loud for me. I don't want to turn them. Let me know how the music sounds, by the way. If I need to turn it down, if it's a bit loud or whatever. Because okay, I think what I need to do is I need to. Well, this needs to be transparent, and I just need to. Okay, I need to bring both of you in. There we go. Yeah, if the music's too loud, let me know, because I don't want to turn the music down too much, because last time I thought the music was loud, I tried turning it down, and then it ended up being way too quiet. So, just let me... just need to... There we go. This is my plan, is I'm just going to take these vertices and slide them in. It's very loud? Okay, thanks for letting me know. I will go ahead and turn it down like that. Is that better? The volume meters look a bit better. I can leave it at that. Okay, okay, good. Thanks for letting me know. Just want to make sure. Yeah, volume mixing is tough. Because, I mean, I listen to different radios and stuff on YouTube, and their volume mixing is, like, either way too quiet or way too loud. Like, some tracks that they select are very quiet and some tracks are very loud. So it's very hard to find that balance. But yeah. It's very hard to tell exactly. Alright, so I think that looks good. And then let me just, we don't need you. And then let me just, in you. Let me just merge by distance. There we go. Let me apply the mirror. Before I apply the mirror, let me take the empty and slide you back along there, and then we'll mirror it on the y-axis. The PC has really weird speakers, so it's hard to tell how high or low audio should be. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, even with good speakers, it could still be very... Audio is hard. I'm very intimidated by audio, and that's why I'm dreading doing the music for this game, because I know I'm gonna have to do it. I mean, I'm willing to learn, but audio's hard, and it scares me. But yeah. Alright, so now we could go ahead and apply the mirror. Then we're going to come into the UV editing. And we're just going to unwrap. We'll unwrap one side. I want to make this as big as the canvas here. Not going to be perfect, but I'm going to get it at least good enough. And then we'll unwrap the other side. There we go. Alright. That should be good. Now we can join you together. And now you should have 2 material slots. Well, you can get rid of that. There we go. Alright, let's bring you in and see how it looks. Actually, wait, before I do that, I just want to see how the roof itself looks. Bam. Okay, that's exactly how I want it. Perfect. Select it first, that would be cool. Roof, port, here, port, right. It's fine, because I will do that in a sec. Okay. This is partially what I was afraid of. Okay. Hold on a sec. So, okay. I might have to make the siding a separate, the siding needs to be a separate object. So, okay, I know how to do this. I can do this. So I'm just gonna take the siding from the back here, we'll just delete that. We'll take the front siding and we'll separate it. House roof, call it house roof siding. There we go. We can delete this texture there. We'll re-import the roof again, as it was. House roof. Go. And then we'll export you as its own file called house roof siding. Then just slap you in there. And that's all good. So now what we're going to do is, let me actually add the material on here first. There we go. So now what we're going to do is, back in our blueprint, we're going to add another instance, and we're going to create another reference to the mesh here. Just going to take this, copy paste it. Oh, we got some earthbound jams in here. Let's go. Let's go. We're just going to duplicate you. Call you roof siding. Drag you here. Put you in there. Then we'll promote this to a variable. Call it roof siding mesh. And you are going to be, gotta compile. You're going to be house roof siding. There we go. Alright. So we're going to add another instance. The instance is going to be the siding. Actually, I could put a space in to make it look nicer. There we go. Roof siding. You are going to be added in the same location as the roof. Let's just make sure that works for now. Does it? I don't see it. Wait, where is it? Wait, huh? Wait, huh? Wait, where? Huh? Excuse? Should be in the exact same location. Whoa, 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 okay. Oh, hold on. Are we still live? Whoa. Dang it. Alright, are we good? Hello? Are we here? The stream dipped for a sec, but now it looks like it's green? How many frames do we drop? Okay, we didn't drop any frames, but maybe that's just because we're like doing a new session? Let me refresh again. Okay. Alright. It looks like we're back. We're back and we got some heckin' jams. What is this? Gran Turismo 5. Ooh. That sounds good. Also, welcome in. I see we have 6 dang viewers for a sec, and now we're back down to 2. Well, that was nice to see you for a little while. Did you know, in order for me to become affiliate, I only need a monthly average of 3 viewers per stream? It's true. Alright, I guess it looks like we're back. I'm just gonna continue. Sorry about the slight dip in stream issues, but that's fine. I've just been trying to figure out why this thing isn't spawning in. Let me delete that for a sec. I'm just gonna add a new pin off of here. We'll go add instance roof siding. I'm just gonna plug you in there. We're gonna split, and let's just see if that works. Just to like get it in. Okay, there it is. There it is, right there. Plain as can be. So why is it that when I drag you down here and connect you up? And there it is. Still. Perfect. Alright. Alright. We're on the right track. Now let's split you. Let's set you to... let's just... We'll keep you as it is. And let's just plug in the Z. Okay. That puts you there. Perfect. Alright, we need to set you to -10, I believe, and set you to just 10 to line you up a little bit better. There we go. Not sure why it wasn't working before, but we got it working again. Let's go, let's go. This is a huge Pog Bones moment in chat here. Also, I don't know why Twitch is alternating between me having 6 viewers and 1 viewer. That's very strange. Anyway, it's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. Cool. So now that's there. The scale, I want it to be multiplied by the length, but not the depth. So I think it's literally just... I just gotta do that. You are afloat, mister. Stop trying to think otherwise. Yeah, there we go. Now it's working. Except now the roof scale isn't right. What's going on here? Excuse me? Excuse? It's lined up on that side. Aren't you lined up on this side? Huh? It literally worked before. Yeah? Okay, why didn't that change anything? You gotta love. You absolutely gotta love when it's just like, you know what? I'm gonna work, and then I'm just not gonna work. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. At least we got some jam. Stream's back. Yeah, well, welcome back, Wilcho. We had a little bit of a dip in stream quality there, but we're back up and running. I didn't do anything. It just literally dipped and then went back up. Hopefully I don't have to stitch two VODs together for the VOD channel. Yeah. Something broke in the roof alignment. I've done nothing. And it just broke on me. So I'm trying to figure that out. If I just plug the length in here, what does that give? Mister, you gotta stop thinking that you're an integer. You are a float. Your ass is a float. I looked up roof puns? Yes. Yes, give me the roof puns. Give me the roof puns. I would absolutely love to hear it. Oh my god, we got some geometry dash up in here? Okay. So that's fine. I just basically reset everything back to neutral. Let me just multiply this by the length. That puts it there. Okay. Now, let me come in here. Let me add a float 0.1. Add that to the scale. Compile. Thank you. I don't know why it was breaking before, but now it works. Alright. Why did the roofer get a good review on his roof installation? That is a good question, Wiljo. Oh, it's because he nailed it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's because he nailed it. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There it is. But I don't have a soundboard, so I can't play the rim shot, but I do have an emote for it. That is absolutely incredible. Alright. There we go. Okay. I think it's just legitimately bugging out. For some reason, when I have an add thing here, it just decides to just not work. Or it thinks that one of the plugins here is an integer, not a float. You are a float. Why do you never barbecue on your roof? Tell me. Why do you never barbecue? I would absolutely love to know. The stakes are too high. Ah! Ah! That is very good. That is incredible. Here's what I'm gonna do. Okay. It's okay. Let me just copy and paste. Instead of trying to take the same value, I'm just gonna copy and paste and then bring it over there. That shouldn't break the... Okay, thank you. So, roof comedy is just okay. So true. So, I don't know if this was just Unreal Engine bugging out or what, but I'm trying to multiply the length of the roof by this length value here. And then adding 0.1 to it to make it line up. It worked when I plugged it into the roof, but then when I tried to plug the exact same value into the roof siding, you can tell there's a ceiling to it. Ah! Ah! Being accosted. I'm being absolutely attacked by roof puns. It's very incredible. But yeah, anyway, it works now. We're good. Alright, hold on a sec. Ah! I'm back. Hi. I'm okay. I'm trying to survive. Okay. And what's the problem? We fixed it. Don't worry about it. Unreal Engine was bugging out, and we fixed it. So now, what I want to do is I'm going to add another roof siding. The exact same values. We're going to multiply the scale by the length, plus 0.1. We're going to rotate it 180 degrees. And then we're going to transform it so that it spawns we need this value here, I'm pretty sure. We need this value multiplied by... So we need this multiplied by the length. Let's get that. And then we need to subtract 10. So it spawns it offset like that. That should work, right? Okay, okay. Good start, good start. We need the exact same value for the Z. So it puts it up there. Okay, good. Good, beautiful. Okay, what if I... Because it is offset a little bit. Okay, maybe I need to, instead of subtracting 10, we need to add. I think that'll line it up perfectly. Okay, that's better. Have you considered buying textures for the game? I have, and I might. There are some textures I could get on the, Hold on, hold on. I gotta... There it is. There it is. Absolutely incredible. You got me. You got me. But yeah, there's textures on Unreal Engine Marketplace that I want to try using as well. But I'm also trying to make my own textures. Even though all I know you're trying to do is attack me with a pun. Oh, that's good though. It's very good. So for the Y location, we need to multiply... No, we don't even need this. We just need the X again multiplied by the depth. And then let's just see where that puts it. We need to invert. So we just need to add and then subtract again. That'll put it right there. Beautiful. And then we just need to subtract 10 to make it line. And I'll clean up this big mess of nodes. There we go. Oh, we got it. We got it. Oh, the roof looks beautiful. There it is. Now that's a shack if I've ever seen one before. Absolute shack right there. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, yeah, so we basically have our house generator now. So now what we can do is I could just delete that. If I just drag in a house, it's a 1x1 house that we can adjust the length, depth, and height for. So for example, if you want it to be 2 stories, you do that. We can just slide you across, slide it back, and we can adjust the door position, we can adjust window positions, and yeah, there we go. Why is the roof the most inspiring thing in the world? That was a good question, because everyone looks up to it. Okay. That's very good. But yeah, so now, ideally, we just duplicate this. We could just, like, mess with these settings. Bring the depth in, change the length, adjust the window position. And like I said, I might want to randomize the position of these windows to make it look better, and so I don't have to do as much adjusting. But yeah, soon enough we can literally build ourselves a little neighborhood here. Are you gonna go crazy generating them? Tell me. Tell me. Is this a pun? Tell me. Give it to me. But the answer is yes. Because I need a neighborhood. No, it's not. It's not. But I mean, yeah. We can just basically just keep adjusting the length, the depth. We can just move it up, move it down if we need varying heights. And then eventually, I might want to make it so that, I want to make it so that you're able to rotate the roofs as well, so that it's not all one uniform thing. Just do that. There we go. All of these houses that I'm just generating here, you're not going to be able to enter them. Because like I said, I need all these houses to just line the streets. There's only going to be 1 or like 2 houses that you're actually going to be able to enter. And that is the main character's house and like his friend's house. Because I have an idea for how I want to build up Jimmy's friend. He's kind of like the tutorial of the game. So, I suppose while I just kind of run around here spawning houses, I could talk a little bit about my goals for next year, because I haven't really talked about that as much. So, my goals for this year, which I was able to accomplish, was to build up the basic gameplay mechanics for the main character, as well as, building up, like, the designs for the party members. And also getting a baseline for how I want the story to work as well. Which I have written down on a Google Docs sheet. Um, but yeah, my goals for next year is I want to design these worlds in more detail, so it's not just you know, it's not just like a flat plane with a post-process texture and like debug elements. A good foundation is very important for game development, as well as roofs. It's so true. You can't have a foundation without a house and a roof. But yeah, let's see. I want to build up these worlds, and then I want to see if I can't get started on the actual beginning of the game. So what I mean by the beginning is I want to actually make it so that you it's gonna kind of be like the beginning of Kingdom Hearts, you know, because this is a very Kingdom Hearts inspired game. I want it to start off with the menu. Imagine this: the menu looks like it's a really long road that just goes down into the distance into nowhere. It's like very cloudy and rainy and moody, and it says, you know, light of the world, and then, you know, new game, whatever. You hit new game, and then it seamlessly transitions into the start of the game with the character going down that long road. And this long road is like the dive to the heart in Kingdom Hearts. So while you're here, you can select your difficulty. It like asks questions about you, like what do you prefer? Like, do you prefer like attacking, defending, or using items, etc.? I don't have to think about that. And then at the end is a like a big like dark beast sort of boss that you fight, and then once you beat him, Jimmy just wakes up in his bed in his house. It was all a nightmare, and the game just kind of goes from there. So that's basically what I want the beginning of the game to be. And I think I'll be able to do that by the end of next year, because it's simple enough. It'll motivate me to actually make some enemies. It'll motivate me to like actually utilize the gameplay mechanics that I've already made, and it's not gonna be like tedious enough to where I'm gonna be like, you know, demotivated from working on it. Whatever. Reminds me of a Persona 4 intro. I've never seen or played Persona 4, but yeah, I imagine it's something like that. But yeah, already just by duplicating these houses, it already looks pretty good. Now, I do just want to randomize these windows a bit more, which I think I could probably do right now. You never really know if the game mechanics flow well until you have enemies to fight. Exactly. And I have the game mechanics. I have, you know, a combo building system. I have movement controls. Now I want to actually try and put them to good use. And I think by actually starting on the beginning of the game, it will help me do that. So let me just type in that FPS. So I spawned in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 houses. And we are... Max FPS on this computer is 120. And we're down to about 60 or 70. And that might also be because I'm streaming as well. So I might have to do some things to like optimize it a bit better. But like if I just like, for example, take all these houses, I know that is a little bit concerning, but I'm just thinking hopefully that's just because I'm streaming. If I take all these houses and duplicate them and just bring them over here, what does that look like? Hopefully it's not going to take too much more off the frames, because, like, my goodness, I need a neighborhood, you know? Okay, okay. It's not the houses that's dipping the frame rate, because I duplicated all of those houses and moved them to the other side, and we're still at the same frames per second. So we're good. We're all good. Do other games get FPS drops on your PC when you stream? I haven't really played much other games on stream. I think the only game that I really played on stream was Metal Gear Solid, which I want to get back into, by the way. I mean, yeah, it could be that I'm streaming. It could be like maybe the landscape texture. It could be like some of these roads. I'm not entirely sure. But, yeah, it should be fine. It's not the houses, at least. That's what I was concerned about the most. So, yeah, we got ourselves a little bit of a street here. Excuse me, I apologize. Let me just, see if I can't randomize a bit of these window positions. And see if I can't, like, clean up this code a little more, because my goodness, it is a mess. What an absolute mess I've made. Yeah, I guess just in terms of things to talk about, we finally got the laptop back. I'm sure Will-Jo, you were there on Cole's stream when he was talking about the whole situation. It was a nightmare, but it's, you know, it works fine. I did a complete factory reset on it, and it works. I don't know why Peggle was chugging on the laptop, though. That's probably something. But the factory reset should have deleted and reset every single piece of whatever he might have put on there. So if it's chugging, it might be a hardware issue. So, you know, hopefully that won't be too big of an issue. We are going to have an extra special long Kingdom Hearts stream. I believe that's this Saturday. What caused that whole fiasco in the first place? My theory is that it's a hardware issue. Or not a hardware issue, a hard drive issue. Because what he did was... So, Windows is obviously installed on the hard drive. That's how computers work. What he did was he took out the old hard drive, and I literally have it. He gave it back to us. It's just in a paper bag in a drawer. And put a new one in. And then put a bunch of bloatware programs on it that I honestly have absolutely no idea why he would do such a thing. But, you know. It was filled, the laptop was covered in a lot of cat hair. So I wonder if something must have, like, either overheated or something caused that hard drive to die. Because it was trying to boot up Windows from the hard drive, and it wouldn't. It would boot up into a weird menu, and it just wouldn't boot up Windows. Even if we tried to boot it in safe mode or anything like that, just nothing would work. So, yeah, it was a bit weird. But, at least he was able to make it so that Windows would boot up. That was the main thing. Bloatware programs aside, at least I was able to factory reset it. There wasn't any, like, and at least, thank God, I don't do my bills on there. I don't do any important, like, you know, I don't have any important, like, game development things on there. I don't have any important programs on there. So I just deleted and got rid of everything. The full factory reset. I know there's, like, a mode where it's like, oh, you can factory reset it, but, like, keep some of your things. I'm like, no, just delete it, everything. So I'm glad I was at least able to do that, and I reset up Windows, and yeah, everything works fine now. Besides, now some programs are chugging, which is weird. You can get that stuff back if you really need it. We really don't. It's just, I think the only real important programs, well, important in quotes, programs were like OBS and like stream layout stuff. So like Cole's, you know, layout information, which he already has it saved in his email, so he can just quickly re-download it if he needs to. But yeah, it's fine. We were able to get everything back up and running for the most part, and if we have any more problems, then I'll probably just try and tinker with it and see what happens. But yeah. Let's see. I think, yeah, this is the same, so I can just plug you in there. I can't believe it's like it should, like, the main set off for me was it shouldn't have taken 2 whole weeks to unplug a hard drive and plug in a new one. Like, I could have done that. Like, if you know, I knew anything about computers. You know what's a game that I really want to get? Is, because I don't know much about PC building, and like, especially with laptops. I bought this computer pre-built from Best Buy. And it works great. Like, it works for everything that I need it to. And it would have been a lot cheaper than to completely build it anyway. But I really want to learn how to build my own PC and stuff. They were not busy. I can promise you that. The only reason why I know that is because all the times that we went there to check, there were 0 cars in the parking lot. It's just like it's like a building the size of like a small house, and there were 0 cars in the parking lot or anything like that. I'm too scared to build a PC of that Super Eye Patch Wolf video. I do not know what you are referring to. But yeah, I still want to try, because I think it's a very important skill to have, to learn about what goes into a computer. So my point is, there's a game called PC Building Simulator. I think it's made by the same devs as Power Wash Simulator. And I wanna get that at some point and try it out, because it looks like a lot of fun, and like, it looks very informative. Yeah. I forget how much it is too. I think it's like, it's an indie game, so I'm sure it's like maybe like $20 or so. I might just get that for myself as a treat, as they say. But yeah, all this. Let me comment this out, and this is a roof. It's like those car fantasy fulfillment games, but for nerds. Yeah, basically. That's another game I want to get too, is I actually do want to try out Power Wash Simulator at some point. I've seen so much streams of it and like gameplay of it that I'm like, that's the kind of thing that someone like me would absolutely love. I love that kind of satisfying, just brainless, like, mind fulfillment type things, where it's like, you just do a thing and you have a podcast on, and like, you get a couple of friends on, and you just shoot the shit while you do some power wash, and it's like, that just sounds very chill, and I would absolutely love that. Alright, so give me 1 second. Brain off and talk. Exactly. So I have this here. Actually, I want to make some more room for all these. Do that. That should be good. Let's see. What am I trying to do? I'm just gonna delete you. And I need random integer in range. And because it's grabbing from, so it's either gonna choose a wall or a window based on if actually, let me just see. Okay. You need to be a Boolean. And if this random integer is equal to the length index, then it either picks a wall or a window, depending. So let me just set you to like 4. And this is the back wall. Let me just see if that works. Okay. Okay, it is working. So if I just change like the length, will it? Oh, yeah. Depending on the values that I'm changing, it's actually randomizing the placement of the windows there. So I want the random integer to go from 0 to whatever the length is. So let me just bring that out. So it could go for as far as the length is. How hard do you want your game to be? I mean, that's something that I'm gonna try and figure out later. But also, I do want there to be a difficulty setting as well. So like I said in the intro of the game, you'd be able to select your difficulty. And I know there's a lot that goes into a difficulty selection. You can't just make it so that, oh, enemies, if they're on easy, do less damage and you do more damage. Like, there's way more to it than that. So that's something I'm gonna have to figure out. I like games with high skill ceilings. Yeah, I want it to be challenging. I don't want it to be like Baby Brain easy mode, but I also want there to be like that balance where there's like a difficulty selector. I'm thinking maybe a little bit of that, where it's like maybe the enemies don't hit as hard or you have more defense or whatever. But also, I want there to be like, so enemies will have different things and skills they can do, or like different tricks they can do. And if it's on an easier difficulty, they won't be able to do some of those things. Yeah, it was another roof pun, was it? It was another roof pun. You're so clever. You're absolutely so clever. Oh, that's why I didn't compile it. That's probably important. There we go. Now it's working. But yeah. Yeah, there we go. Alright, beautiful. We got some windows. Difficulty selects are usually just HP modifications, yeah. And there's so much more that goes into that than just having it be an HP modification. Like, I know that's literally what some games do. That's what Kingdom Hearts does, as a matter of fact, while we're on the subject. Is it doesn't make the bosses any easier. It just makes it so that you take less damage. It can do the same things to you. It can use the same tricks and the same tactics against you. They just don't hit as hard. Which, like, that's not good. That's you need it to be more than just that. In Fire Emblem, they add more enemies. Yeah, that's another example of, like... And sometimes when you make a difficulty setting that's harder than how you're making your game. So, like, you're making and you're developing your game with the default difficulty being, like, normal or whatever. When you add that hard difficulty, sometimes what games will do is they will just make the enemies hit you harder and you have less defense. Which means that it just makes the fight, it doesn't make the fights harder, it just makes the fights longer. Hard everything is an HP sponge I mean, I've still been playing it. I forget what difficulty I have it set on, if there was even a difficulty that I picked, but yeah, some enemies, if you are even just a little bit under-leveled, you could still defeat an enemy, but like a Bunnet, for example, in that game, if you are like the same level as it, or just like maybe a level lower, then it just takes longer, and it's kind of tedious. But yeah. I've still been enjoying Xenoblade 2, by the way. I'm still been enjoying its story. Anime moments aside, personally, I kind of like Xenoblade 1 a bit better, and I think that's literally just because of Xenoblade 2 and how it's trying to, like, have all these anime moments where it's like, now you're fighting a giant maid robot. Whoa, crazy. I feel like it's, like, really starting to kind of get in the way of the actual story I'm interested in. And because of that, it's like, what am I trying to say? It's like when it does go through its actual story beats, it feels like it's just kind of repeating itself because it has to remind you of what the story is, and it doesn't like necessarily progress. I mean, it's progressing every chapter because every chapter you go through a different world or a different Titan, but I mean, yeah, there's just a lot of anime moments that get in the way of the story. I'm like, no, get the big giant maid robot out of here. I want to see the actual story. But yeah. DLC does let you modify a lot of modifiers to make your own custom difficulty. Really? Now that's cool. That is actually pretty cool. That if it like actually goes in depth like that. The factory made robot chapter is mad filler. Okay, I was wondering. I just completed Morardane, and now I'm going to the next area, which is, I believe, Rex's hometown. I literally just landed there and stopped, so I don't know anything about it. But yeah, I met the weird priest lady, and all that. But yeah, that was another thing too. Yeah, I was wondering even why we were there. It's just like, I guess it was just literally like another stop, like, oh, in order to get to Elysium, we have to go through Morardane, and then people there will help us. But then it ended up being like, see, one thing I like that Xenoblade does is, and Xenoblade 1 did this too, is it kind of fulfills arcs, for each of the characters. So, like, in Xenoblade 1, for example, you have a whole section that's, like, you know, relates to Sharla, and a section that relates to Shulk, and a section that relates to Melia and all that. Which it's like, that's fine. In More Ordain, I felt like it was like a section relating to Tora, where it's like she meets like one of her family members, and they work on the artificial blades, and like he shows them where they all are, and then oh, it turns out he's evil. Twist. And then the big Monarch Napon is like, you know, here too, and you know, you get his side of the story. Tora's dad, yeah, you meet him there. But which I think is pretty cool. I just wish that all the anime moments didn't get in the way of it. Cause like, I don't know. I want to actually kind of be engaged to this character and the story and not have to fight a giant maid robot. But, you know. I'm, like I said, I'm still enjoying it. The story, I always love Xenoblade stories. They're very, very good and unique. But, yeah, and the music's incredible in More Ordain as well. I love that overworld music. It's so good. But yeah. Anyway, I believe we did what we wanted to do. So, yeah, I compiled it. So now the windows should spawn randomly. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. And then the front windows you still have, like, control over. So, like, here, for example. Yeah, there we go. And then that I'm gonna have to adjust as well, but yeah. Poppy did get a Pokemon evolution. Yep, that's true. The Tora isn't stuck with just one blade anymore. Exactly. I do like that. I hate that it's called Poppy QT, but I mean, that aside, it's very nice to have more than one blade for Tora. Alright, this we can delete, and then, oh yeah, I gotta just do that. Just wait till you know what the final Poppy form is called. Oh no, I'm scared. Oh, I'm scared. Because I thought it was just going to be like, oh, you know, Poppy Alpha, Poppy Beta, Poppy Zeta, whatever. But it's Poppy Alpha, and then it's Poppy QT, and then something even more ridiculous. No, don't spoil it. I wanna find out. I think that would be, very funny to find out. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. So I used to have a variable called window position all sides, which is just that window offset that I was talking about earlier, where it's like I have windows on all sides and they're offset from each other, and then that variable would determine the position on the house that those windows are in. But I just made it so that all the windows are random now, so we don't need it. I'm just gonna get rid of that. And I'm gonna add a new variable. I'm just gonna call this randomize. Make a new variable, call it, well, actually, I'll call it randomize windows. I'm gonna put it there. And this variable does nothing. Because what it does is if I click it, every time I click it, it updates the randomization of the windows. because it's updating within the code, and then that therefore generates a new seed for the windows. So I literally don't even need to have it do anything. I could just click this button and it randomizes the window. So there we go. You get it from a side quest later on, not in the main story. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, still don't spoil it for me, but I appreciate you letting me know. We still have control of these front windows here. We can just move these around, and then we can randomize them if we don't like the position. So yeah, every time you update a variable, it randomizes the position of the windows. So yeah, there we go. I almost I'm not sure if I want to have it so that two windows spawn next to each other. Would it be easier to make the windows a texture? No, because it'd be the same thing. I would still need a separate mesh with that window texture. It's just easier having it a model like this, and I'm gonna put in a window model for like some of these houses that you can't enter. I'm gonna have like an opaque window model or a window model with like curtains in front of it, and I can update the mesh of these houses to have that accordingly. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. I don't know how I would be able to make it so that the windows can't spawn next to each other. But I mean, at least, I mean, it's fine for right now. But still, I'm not sure. Can they overlap? No, they can't overlap, because if they try to, it still just spawns the one mesh. It's built in so that it's replacing, so it either replaces the wall with a window depending on the index of the the length variable. So they can never overlap. Because theoretically they could, but it's not like putting two meshes on top of each other. So yeah, I mean, we made a lot of progress here. I think the next thing I have to do is I want to make it so that I want to make like a fully customizable road that like conforms to the landscape, because I don't want this landscape to be just like a flat plane. I want it to actually have like slight bumps and hills and whatnot, and I want the road to follow that. I want to make it so that maybe add a bit of wall to what's getting randomly placed so that they're never close since they don't overlap. Like let's see. Because what's happening is it's randomly selecting between if the spot it's spawning the wall in is either a window or a wall. I'm just trying to think. I mean, honestly, this might be something I'll probably have to mess with off stream because I can't exactly think about. Oh, we got the Smash Brothers theme. Anyway, it's fine. I'll just say that my goals for next stream is I want to maybe make it so that you can rotate the roof. I want to make it so that each house that gets spawned in has a different wall color. I want to make it so that you can draw out roads and maybe make intersections as well. And then have sidewalks that conform with that road. And then maybe I want to have like sidewalks that go in between the houses as well. And then, yeah, we got a pretty good thing going on here. We're adding, next time on Node Sandwich, we add jaywalking. He didn't look both ways before crossing the street. How dare he? He's a menace to society. Anyways. Yeah. So, roof rotation, different colored houses, roads that you can draw out that conform to the mesh of the landscape, and sidewalks that go along with the road. And then, that's for next stream. What I want to do later, even after that, is I need to make it so that there's like stairs coming down from the door. Because I added this stair mesh here for this one house, but I kind of need to make it... that could be part of the house generator, is... Oh god, this is getting pretty advanced. But like, if the house is a certain distance off the ground, then instead of adding stairs, it adds like a porch. That's getting pretty advanced though. I mean, it's possible. I could theoretically do that. You just model 3 squares on top of each other. I mean, that is what this stair mesh is over here. My point is, I don't want to have to copy and paste this exact stair mesh for every single house I make. I want it to be part of the houses. So when I drag and drop a house, it has stairs coming down from the front door, is my point. But like, if maybe the house is a certain height up, then it like adds a porch instead. But again, that's pretty advanced. I'll see how I feel about doing that. That's way later. For now, I already said what I want to do for next stream. Oh yeah, I want to actually model out windows and maybe model out a door as well. And I also need to, for these corners here, I need to make a like corner piece that covers up this gap that it's making in the siding. And same for the roof as well. How many houses we talking? Basically a neighborhood's worth. We're gonna add a lot of houses. So like, I don't want it to be too big because I don't want it to be like too overly like, you know, like boring to walk down. If it's just like a flat road that the character has to go from one part, slowly run to the other, like that's not good gameplay. And Unreal froze on me. Is it gonna crash? I did nothing. Is it gonna crash? Unreal? Alright, well, we'll just wait for that to calm down. Oh, there we go. Alright, we're good. Like I said, yeah, I don't want it to be too big, but I want it to at least feel like you're in, like, a neighborhood. So, like, for example, there's 2 streets, and then maybe there's, like, 3 streets. And then, like, you know, each of these houses will have, like, backyards and stuff as well. But, like, I don't know. I probably won't model that Because, let's see, what's the player going to be able to see? They'd probably be able to see, like, back here. I don't know. Maybe part of the house generator I'll add, like, a fence for, like, a backyard or something. I don't know. That's way later. But yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I am rambling. You already know what I want to do next. Thanks for watching. And, I'll see you next stream. Which will be maybe on Saturday. I'll see how I feel. Take care. Bye-bye.